Imagine this. You lie down in bed, close your eyes, expecting to wake up tomorrow like every other day. But what if you never wake up again? What if this very night is your last? What happens in those first moments after death? The truth is far more intense than most people realize, and what you are about to hear might change how you live your life forever. Death is the only certainty in life, yet it is the one thing people ignore the most. We plan for our future, save money, build careers, and chase dreams, but what if none of that matters tomorrow? If tonight is your last, are you ready to meet your Creator? Because once your soul leaves your body, there is no turning back. No more excuses, no more second chances. Everything you did in this world will now be weighed, and your eternity will be decided. The soul's departure is the most terrifying moment a person will ever experience. It is not like falling asleep or fading into unconsciousness. The body shuts down, but the soul remains fully aware. It sees everything, hears everything, feels everything. For those who lived righteously, the transition is peaceful. Their soul is taken gently by the angels, wrapped in a pure, fragrant cloth, ascending through the heavens as the gates open for them. The angels call them by the best of names, welcoming them with glad tidings. But for those who ignored the warnings, disobeyed their Creator, and lived in arrogance, the soul's exit is excruciating. The angels descend with darkness, ripping the soul from the body like a thorny branch being pulled through wet wool. It is a moment of sheer agony, where the reality of their fate hits them instantly. Now imagine this: you have just died. Your body is still lifeless. The world moves on. Your family mourns. Your loved ones cry. But you are no longer part of this world. You see them, but they cannot see you. You hear their voices, but you cannot respond. Your soul is now on its journey to the afterlife. Once the soul is taken, it does not simply disappear. It begins a journey unlike any other. As the body is prepared for burial, the soul watches, unable to intervene. It hears the cries of loved ones, the final prayers, and the sound of dirt being thrown onto the grave. And then silence. 2 angels arrive. Their presence is unlike anything seen before. Their voices shake the ground. Their eyes pierce through darkness. They ask 3 questions, questions that will determine everything. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? For those who lived with faith, the answers flow effortlessly. Their grave expands, filled with light and comfort, and a window to paradise is opened for them, showing their final home. But for those who lived in neglect, the answers do not come. They stutter, they forget, and in that moment, terror engulfs them. The grave tightens around them, darkness surrounds them, and a window to the hellfire is opened before their eyes. It is only the beginning of their suffering. As days pass in the world of the living, you remain in the grave, waiting. Time in the afterlife is not the same as time on earth. What feels like moments to some may feel like centuries to others. And then the trumpet will be blown. The earth will shake, the mountains will crumble, and every living soul will perish. The day of judgment has arrived. You are resurrected. The sun is closer than ever before. People stand in fear, sweat pouring down their bodies. Every single person, kings, beggars, scholars, sinners, are now equal, standing before their Creator, waiting for their deeds to be presented. The scale is set. Your book of deeds is placed in your hands. Every action, every word, every moment you lived is now displayed. Nothing is hidden. Those who lived with sincerity and faith will receive their book in their right hand, their faces filled with joy, knowing their reward is near. But those who ignored the truth, who wasted their lives in heedlessness, will receive their book in their left hand, filled with regret, wishing they could return and do things differently. But there is no return. Imagine standing there, your deeds being weighed, your entire life played before you. Every sin, every prayer missed, every time you turned away from guidance. It all stands as evidence. There is no excuse, no escape. And then the bridge thinner than a hair and sharper than a sword, stretched over the hellfire. Every person must cross it. Some will pass with ease, like lightning, like the wind, but others will struggle, stumbling, falling. Below them, the flames roar, pulling those who were not prepared, those who denied the truth. If you could see what happens to the soul after death, you would never waste another moment of your life. You would fall to your knees in prayer, you would beg for forgiveness, and you would use every breath to prepare for that day. This life is nothing but a test. Every action, every decision, and every word will be accounted for. The wealth you accumulated, the status you achieved, the pleasures you chased, none of it will matter if you neglected your purpose. Allah's guidance is clear. The hereafter is the true reality, and this world is only a temporary illusion. The warnings have been given. The reminders are everywhere. Yet, people continue to live as if they will never die, as if their time will never run out. Right now, you have a chance that the dead no longer have. You have time to repent. You have time to seek forgiveness. You have time to change your life. If this night is your last, how will you be remembered? More importantly, how will you stand before your Creator? Will you be among those whose souls are taken with peace, or among those who beg for another chance, only to be told that their time is up? The choice is yours, but the time is not. Every heartbeat brings you closer to your final moment. The only question is, are you ready?